going to try it once. And that's how I got into the distribution line. And then I told myself, I feel that I can launch this brand. I launched many brands across my years in the industry as a media expert, right? So I helped in the advertising to launch brands. You can name it, all the big brands that you know of.
You worked with quite a number of different brands.
From toiletries to Bang.
So you were feeling confident about launching this brand.
So that's where I wanted to try.
Yes.
But of course, thinking is one thing, and then when the actual execution is a different thing.
Like the meme picture, expectation versus reality.
I can't remember how many nights I spent in the warehouse. There was no aircon. I can't remember how many nights I had to do packing myself because the packing was in something that the buyers, the stores needed it to be in.
I mean, just for context, because you imported in bulk basically, and it had to go out in a different format of packaging.
That's right.
Then the retailers would accept them, right? So that's why you had to basically kind of personally reprocess the goods again.
Correct.
And you were spending day and night, right, just to get it done.
Right.
And you were also doing the delivery yourselves in a lot of right.
And bear in mind, this is a new brand, so nobody knows about this brand. So I remember talking to a very senior person in a corporate, and I told him that my toothbrush is $3.80. And he looked at me and said that, how many $3.80 do you need to earn in order for you to get your salary? Then I said, sorry, I don't get back $3.80 because a huge portion of it will be discounted, and it gets back to the retailer. And not forgetting the supply chain of what we need to pay for. Then he looked at me and he said, oh my God, what you just got yourself into? So this is what the reality was all about. It was a struggle for a year. Making ends meet was difficult. We kind of tried a lot of things, like with my family or so. We were,
now I think you're in a far better place than it was before, but you've worked through it, right?
Yeah.
I think it was a very good process, and I think you're at a point now whereby you fully accustomed yourself to working in the retail industry.
Right.
And it was also around that time that we started to work together, develop Social Factory, as well as various other products.
And that's also thanks to you, like without you at that point of time to be able to support, some of the supply chain and logistics. Xiao Yuan has been one good company that from end to end of a logistics chain, you all have been very efficient. Last time when I had to deliver myself through my own car, I could not deliver in large quantities.
You were doing that, and then you would have to park, and because we were working on some other projects at the time that were unrelated to this. So there were some Zoom meetings that you had while you were parked in some car park right next to a supermarket. You were there, I could see you in and out of that tiny window, and you were on your phone. So I have very it left a very deep impression on me. So I mean, those were, you look back at it now, it's pretty funny, to be honest. Some of the things that we were doing. But this was also how we saw that the brand had potential. We wanted to really take it to another level. I feel like that's what we're really going to do this year. I mean, it's not just corporate speak, right? But we really want to achieve more, right?
Yeah. So even after helping the entire acquisition, where Xiao Yuan,
we took over the distribution of Social Factory.
Exactly.
You came on board as well, and that's kind of like the origin story of how we got started. But we're talking about how different the retail industry is compared to how others might view it, because I think most people have a very strong impression that retail is very direct, that a lot of decisions are made only by the retailer or only by the brand owners or only by the distributors. But what they don't understand is that a lot of things it's always an ongoing discussion, right? We've been part of these discussions for the longest
practically
time.
every day.
Practically every day, exactly. It's always an ongoing discussion, and it starts the moment you wake up, right? It ends, it doesn't end when we go to sleep, but you know what I'm saying. And that's how offline retail works. Now let's look at online, which I also know that we spent a lot of countless days and nights working on, right? How is it different? just the amount of time that you put in versus the type of work that you have to do. What was it like launching or bringing the products into your first online marketplace?
So this is very interesting. All my life I have been doing only on launches of offline and stuff, right? But when it got into like an e-commerce platform like Shopee, Lazada, or even Q10 for this matter, it's just different. When we launch the thing inside, like from end to end, it's all taken care by yourself, and then the person will come and pick it up from you. It has to be packed nicely. All these costs have to be all taken into consideration. Last time, when offline market, it's just you packed everything nicely, you get to the store.
There was one particular day, I will always remember this because we're having dinner, it was maybe about 8 p.m. It was like the eve of a double digit day. And I could see around towards the end of dinner, I could see you were twitching. You were twitching, you were kind of, I could see that you wanted to leave. And I didn't know what happened until you got home. And you got home pretty late. We kept you back because we were having fun. Yeah, we were talking. And then you were telling me, oh, now I have to pack like tons of orders, me and my wife, and you and your wife, right?
So that's the major difference, to answer your question early on. That's really the major difference. The double digits online is just insane. Like, people just wait for the double digit and then they buy, right? They can just do a stockpiling at home just for the double digit. Do they really need to use it? It's a question. Yeah. But my sales, it's like selling bak kwa at Chinese New Year, right? If you don't sell it at that double digit,